Okay, good morning. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. It's gorgeous out there. I hope you've had a fantastic week. My name is Amy, and I am dictating this morning's power class. My dear friend Debamitra in the background is going to be modeling the postures. This is our Saturday morning gig. It's 60 minutes of power. So ramp up. I hope you had some fruit this morning, a nice cup of coffee, or whatever you like to start your day with. We're nice and early, so I can entertain any questions you guys might have. So I'm going to pull you guys up on my phone so that I can watch your attendance and also entertain questions. All right, Bonnie's here, Karina's here, Steve's here. Good morning. There's our audio working beautifully well. So let me know if you have any questions. I've been listening to Charlie Baker all week. And I guess the latest is that the May 18th date for businesses to reopen, I believe, has been pushed to May 19th, where they're going to come out up with a four-phase plan for Boston, for Massachusetts. And when we hear where gyms and studios fit in that four-phase plan, then we will start orchestrating our three-phase plan right here at Mystic. Personally, I don't see that happening for a while. We've got to get this virus out. We don't want to reinfect people. But rest assured that Mystic is going to do everything in its power to keep everybody safe and healthy. So if you have any questions for us, I can't give you a timeline really at all. It could be months and months. Before we reopen, or it could be weeks and weeks. I just have no idea how this book is gonna write itself. So, in the meantime, please communicate with us. Let us know your thoughts, your feelings. A lot of you write to me on Gmail. Some of you guys call me, which is awesome. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. And as always, we super duper appreciate your patience. We appreciate your generous support. If it's within your means to make a donation on our Venmo account, um, then please do so. We will deliver masks to you. These are gorgeous masks. Uh, they are lined with fun, beautiful spring-like fabrics, and they're going to keep us all safer. So everywhere we go, we need to wear masks. So a small donation of any size to our Venmo account, or send us a check. That's going to help us out in the long run, and we're trying to position ourselves for the future. Um, so any funding we can get now is going to be super useful when we try to reopen our studio. So thanks, guys. Even more importantly, I think, is that you share all of this goodness. So what we're trying to do is build up our social media presence, and it's working. It's working really nicely. So we're on Instagram every morning at 9 a.m. live. We're on Facebook every morning at 9 a.m. And then we move our videos onto YouTube as well. So you can watch on all of those platforms anytime you wish. And our two goals here, one is to give the world free yoga, free virtual yoga every single day. And our second goal is to distribute as many face masks as we can. So we've decided that those are important goals for this difficult period of time. So thank you for supporting these goals. Um, and just your coming to class is immeasurably warm and wonderful and keeps us going every morning. So Deba, me, Kelly Mays, and Kelly Spencer, the skeleton crew at Mystic, but all of your favorite Mystic instructors and staff are here with us as well, spiritually. So it includes all of us. And hopefully soon other instructors and other staff are going to be joining our crew. So support us, watch us, enjoy our yoga. Let's see, we got about 1 more minute. Any questions this morning? I got Tom here, Charlie and Maureen, Larry, Bonnie, Cheryl, thank you. Caitlin, hey Caitlin, I miss you so much. So it's pretty cool. Things are good, we're healthy, we're strong. Take care of your loved ones. You know, there's so much newness and magic in this new world also. So many deeds of kindness and acts of beauty and kindness that are going on left and right in front of us. So tune into all of that. And spiritually, there's a lot of good health to be had here. Most of all, thanks for supporting this platform. And 3 hearts from Caitlin. I love you right back. So support these and share these if you can. If you like what we're doing here, share our social media. All right, darlings. I think we're going to get started, and people will continue to trickle in. As you know, I'm going to move over to the side, and Deb is turning on our Instagram TV. That's awesome. You can turn it. I think we're ready. Yeah, and we'll start. Thank you. All right. We'll just start by grounding all together. This is amazing that we can all be far apart and still have this collective grounding together. So let's really tune into each other. All right, and you do that really by just tuning into your own heart. Sarah and Bruce, I'm so glad you're here. All the people that never missed my Saturday morning at 10 a.m. class. So thanks for coming in. Let's ground together. Let's really just kind of start that beautiful deep breathing. Locate your presence. Not always easy to be in the present moment, is it? Sometimes you have to locate that. And you do that through deep breathing, deep intentional breath. So wherever you are, hopefully you're outdoors somewhere. Those rains were so beautiful. They kept me up all night. I loved every single raindrop sound that I heard. Breathing in and out. And now the flowers today, they're all gonna grow. So find that connection to your Mother Earth and to one another. I had a sneeze. Okay. It's allergy season. Let's put our hands in front of our hearts, so in prayer, or one hand over the other. And beginning just a deep breath in and out. The next inhale will be followed by the single sound of Om. Inhale. So have a wonderful practice, and I will be watching my phone for your comments and for people coming in and out, but mostly I'm watching Deba as she beautifully demonstrates this morning's power yoga practice. And she's seated, as you can see, and I would like you to be seated as well, facing your device, facing your monitor. Let's get Deba right in there. Perfect. There we go. Beginning with just some stretches. Stretch your arms up in the air. Breathing in. Open and close your fingers and your hands. Circle at your wrists. So we kind of prep our hands. We'll prep our feet as well for downward facing dog, right? So let's just prep opening and closing your fingers, circling at your wrists, and then breathing in and lifting up out of that lower back, And sweeping the right arm down and the left arm up and over, just taking a nice little side stretch there. And changing sides as well. So just take some side to sides here. Discover your obliques, discover your abs, reaching up and over. And as you transfer from left to right and right to left, you may want to walk your hands in front of you a little bit. So you can take these frontal sweeps if you'd like. Get some shoulder movement in there as you sweep your arm back down and forward and walk across in front of you. Yeah. So just find those beautiful body sweeps. Good. And next time your hands are in front of you as you sweep, just take a forward bend here. So you can just rest in a gentle forward bend. Perfection. And then planting the hands on the floor and bringing your knees behind you, finding your tabletop position. So we'll take a tabletop. Many classes like to begin with tabletop, including mine. We inhale and arch the spine for cow position. Exhale, round and tuck. Wow, that's great. Angry cat. Inhale, arching and rounding. So just go back and forth in between your cows and your cats. Going your pace. And you might want to tuck your toes underneath you here and keep your knees on the floor, and take your just a little foot stretch. So tuck under if you can, Deba, yeah. And just roll from big toe to pinky toe, side to side. Your heels go side to side, just kind of opening up those toes. Lately, I've been rolling my feet out, so when I get home at the end of a day, I take a tennis ball or one of my yoga tune-up balls, and I spend about 20 minutes on each foot, rolling out portions of the foot, standing on the ball and rolling it. And I've added a little lavender oil to that as well, to that routine, and I'm starting to feel really good just from rolling out the feet. So make sure you stretch and take good care of your feet. Maybe after this class or at the end of the day today, you find a ball and you roll your feet out. So this is a nice prelude to that, just kind of rolling over your toes. Good. And if you want to, you can slap your feet on the floor, get the blood into them. Yeah. Awesome. We will all rise up together, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, find your first downward facing dog of this gorgeous Saturday morning. Yeah, pressing your hips up in the air, letting your head hang heavy, so relax your neck and let your head hang. And start to walk your dog. Press one heel at a time into the ground and bend one knee at a time, walking that dog. Good. Nice hamstring stretch. So those of you who are going out for a run today, this is a fantastic posture to do before you run and especially after. Okay, especially after you run. Good. We're going to fire up our thighs here, okay? So we do those nice spring forwards, but we stop at a high plank. So here's the sequence. Belly draws in, hips rise up, but then you bend your knees. You exhale into a controlled high plank position. Good, where shoulders stop when they are above your wrists. So take a look at Deba's plank. Her belly is drawn in and her back is parallel to the plane of the ceiling. So she's not pumping her hips up and she's not drooping the hips, right? Hips and shoulders are in one plane, and that plane is parallel to the floor and parallel to the ceiling. And here she is holding that plank, and I hope you are too. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We return the hips up in the air, downward facing dog. We bend our knees to a hover, and then we spring forward into that same high plank, and we hold that high plank, holding it 5, Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hips up in the air and knees drop to a hover. Third time, high plank. If plank is not in your practice, feel free to bring the knees onto the floor and take tabletop anytime instead of plank. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to sneeze again. I feel it. It's almost here, so if I do, I don't want you to be alarmed. Okay, I averted that, so that's kind of cool. High plank. Chaturanga Vinyasa, bend your elbows. Elbows hug the sides of your body. Low plank as you lower down with control, and then inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale, flip the feet, downward facing dog. Take your big breath in. Let it go with your ah. 2 more for me. Big breath in. Release with ah. All right. This time when we bend the knees, we're really going to take flight. Okay, so you go beyond that high plank to feet actually meeting the hands. So spring forward, walk, hop, skip, or jump. Good, feet to hands. And then inhaling to your flat back with your hands on your shins. Crown of head pulls forward, tailbone pulls back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time on that halfway lift. Breathing in, hands on shins, crown of head pulls forward, and exhale, forward fold. Alrighty, we're going to take it all the way up. Inhale, rise up, vertebra by vertebra. We circle sweep up to the sky. Pull your prayer hands to your heart center. Here's your grounding. Breathe in and breathing out. Good. Inhale, circle sweep, rise up nice and high. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way back down. That halfway lift happens this time with hands on the floor. Flat back, hop, skip, jump or walk back to that high plank. Hold your plank, hold it 5. Remember, you can take your tabletop instead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You guys starting to feel nice and warmed up? And warmer weather's coming. It's kind of here and it's coming. So this is your home practices will feel nice and hot yoga-ish as we enter the late spring and summer months. Breathe in. Breathing out. Bend your knees, prepare for flight. Sun salutation A, take 2. Go ahead, hop, skip, jump, or walk, feet to hands. Inhaling, flat back, hands on shins. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to take it all the way up. Inhale, circle sweep, you rise. Hands come into prayer above you. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice. Inhale, circle sweep up, reach. Exhale, forward fold, taking it all the way down. Inhaling, flat back, hands on the ground. Hop, skip, jump, or walk back to that high plank, holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, flip the feet, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it go with your ah. Okay, sun salutation B. Bend the knees, prepare for flight. Hop, skip, jump, or walk, feet to your hands. Inhaling, flat back, hands on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep, rise all the way up, reach. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, circle sweep, rise it up. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. Inhaling, flat back, hop, skip, jump, or walk back to that high plank. We hold the plank or tabletop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Right leg comes up nice and high, so reach your leg up. And then with careful guidance, place your right foot between your hands. So you enter your runner's lunge position. Be careful doing that for me, okay? Sole of foot is between your hands. Now you can use 2 blocks to raise the floor closer to your hands. And again, this just depends on your anatomy and the way that you're built, whether you want or need blocks underneath your hands. In any case, make sure most of the weight is being carried by your legs. Okay, so let's activate the insides of our thighs here by drawing them toward one another to create the strongest possible lunge. And once you do that, you might be able to pull your arms back behind you and come into, I call it airplane lunge. Good. We're going to really take a leap here. And from your airplane lunge to balancing airplane, you push off with your left foot. Try to raise it in the air. Good. So we have an elevated leg. It's our left leg, and it's pointing straight back behind us. Our fingertips are glowing behind us as well. So there's energy pulling us back. But the crown of our head and our abdominal region pull us forward, and we're balancing on the right standing leg. Hold this. 3, 2, 1. The exit is back into the lunge, the airplane lunge. So the standing leg bends, and we find that lunge again. Option to take your runner's lunge if you want your hands on the ground, or to keep those fingers pointing back behind you into airplane lunge. Good. We're going to propel our arms and open up into Warrior 2 position by dropping the left heel down on the ground. Good. Spanning the arms wide open to a beautiful Warrior 2 position. We relax our shoulders. Spread the arms apart, stretching them nice and long, maybe making little fists and turning at our wrists. How does that feel for you guys? Let's try rotating the whole arm. Okay, so now you actually rotate the arms, turning them one way and the other. Yes, so now just instead of just the wrist turning, you're actually rotating the entire limb. Just testing, seeing how you're feeling today. When your palms are open to the ceiling, breathe in, reach back and reverse your warrior. And hold this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful posture. I love my reverse warrior. Breathing into it. Returning back through Warrior 2, but just briefly because we're heading to extended side angle lunge. So reaching forward. And there are many variations. So this is almost a bent knee triangle that Deba's showing us. You're welcome to take that right arm and reach it under you and forward for another variation. And Deba's making it look really easy, and that's not an easy variation at all. Breathe into it. Good. Returning back to Warrior 2 proper, if you will. Nice. I'd like you to push through that right leg and straighten it out, okay? And here comes a straight leg triangle. So if you drop your right arm, pulling forward in front of you and then tilting. Now let's show them the variations too, Deba. Okay, so this is a great straight leg triangle that she's got. However, most of us, or at least I'm not, flexible enough to achieve the version that Deb is showing us. So you can always bring that lower hand, the right hand, up on the thigh. So feel free to do that. Good. And if you reverse this straight leg triangle, so now you're just going to tilt your upper body back into a reverse triangle, and notice this has straight legs. And you make a little target with the floating hand, so you can make a little L with your fingers like a target. And that's going to be your right arm. And pull your left arm back behind you. And like a bow and arrow, you're going to launch those arrows. So left arm lifts up to the right arm, circle sweeping, and then draws back. Twice more. Circle sweeping. I want some nice shoulder movements in there that are not strenuous, please. Good. And one more time, almost a Tai Chi feel to this beautiful movement. I love this. And attach your breath to that movement. Good. Returning back to a warrior two proper. We bend that knee. We bring our shoulders, our arms out to the sides. Good. Breathing in and out here. And then propelling our arms downward to the floor, rolling our back heel up, sweeping our front leg back, landing in a plank position, please. Good. Holding that plank. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll forward on your toes and bend at your elbows. It's Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Excellent. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And letting go with your ah. All right, my students, left leg up in the air, please. Good. And you're going to carefully guide it in between the hands. So the left foot leads that leg and places itself between your hands. Here's your runner's lunge on the left side. Of course, you can use blocks if you wish. And you know, runner's lunge is such a launching position. This is what you do at the start line of a race. This is how its name came to be. You're lunging for future movement. So you want to load up the springs. As a result, squeeze those thighs toward each other. Yeah, get those muscles working. When the legs are strong enough, you're going to pull your arms back and point the fingertips behind you. Beautiful. Airplane lunge to balancing airplane. Push off with that back leg. Straighten out the standing leg, which is your left. And find your balancing posture here. This isn't easy at all. It takes acute focus and concentration. Breathe. Feed it breath. Lovely. Let's lower back down if you can. Good. Option to put hands back on the floor or blocks, or to pull them behind you and continue that airplane lunge position. I love this. Transitioning into Warrior 2, you're going to open up those arms, open up your hips, and find Warrior 2 position. And we just play a little here with our shoulders, pulling them up and down, stretching those arms out, possibly making little fists and turning at the wrists. And then rotating the limbs. Good. And when our palms are facing the ceiling, we breathe in and we reverse the warrior. Take it back. Hold this beautiful posture. Locate your breath. Good. Extended side angle lunge. We're going to pull forward here. Well, the extended side angle lunge, Deba, ideally still has that bent knee. Yeah, let's try that. And you can bring that lower arm in front of you and pointing toward the device. That's a really difficult, fantastic strengthener there. And Deba's making it look really easy. Good. And then we returned to Warrior 2 proper. So keeping that front knee bent if that's available to you. Be careful. Good. And from there we went to a straight leg triangle. So we pushed through that front leg and straightened it out. Excellent. Pulled forward and then tilted our bodies. And everyone's straight leg triangle is so different. Where that left hand rests is such a product of just your personal flexibility and anatomy. So some people hold a block, others hold their shin or their ankle or their big toe. I have my hand on my thigh when I do this posture. Good. And then we reverse this triangle. So you tilt your body, keep the legs straight, tilting back, finding that reversed posture. And we do that beautiful shoulder stretch. So the elevated hand that's up in the air, you make that little L. Yeah. And then the other hand, you know, that's going to be your bow and arrow hand. So inhale and sweep up. Feel this one, guys. Exhale, pull back. Yes. Two more. Take these at your own pace. Beautiful, beautiful body in motion, right? It's the best, one of the best ways to combat anxiety and depression is stay in motion. Lovely. From here we return to Warrior Two proper by bringing our arms back and bending the front knee. Good. Propelling your arms down, rolling the back heel up, sweeping front leg back. You've got your high plank, and we held high plank for 5. Option to take tabletop instead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhaling upward facing dog. Good. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy. Big breath in. And let it go with your ah. All right, one more trip into Sun Sally B today. So look forward and bend your knees, hop, skip, jump, or walk. Your feet will meet your hands. Inhaling flat back with hands on shins. And exhale, please forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, circle sweeping, catch the sky. And then pull your prayer hands to your heart center for your grounding. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, circle sweep nice and high. Exhale, forward fold, taking it all the way back down. Go your pace. Inhaling, flat back, hop, skip, jump, or walk back to that high plank. Hold that plank, holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the right leg up sky high and exhale. Bring your right foot between your hands. Good. Here's your runner's lunge. We transition into airplane lunge. Pull those fingertips back. This is beautiful. Push off with your back leg, finding that balancing airplane. So basically it's the same set we just did. We're just going to go a little bit faster. So tune in here, tune into your movement, tune into your body. From airplane balancing back to airplane lunge. Good. And then opening it up to Warrior Two position. Yes, thank you. I know this is so tricky. And roll out those shoulders here. Roll out the wrists. Make your little fists. Good. Open your palms up to the ceiling. Breathing in. Reverse that warrior. Pulling back and holding this. 3, 2, 1. Extended side angle lunge. Reaching for the front of your room. Lots of options here with the arms. You find what works for you. Returning to Warrior Two proper. Use the control of your whole body. This is fantastic. Gently push through the front leg so that you straighten it out. And we find triangle with straight legs. Pulling the torso forward. Good. And then dropping down. Very lovely here. From this straight leg triangle, reversing it. And the arm that's up in the air, that hand is going to make a little target with the thumb and the first finger looking like an L. And the other arm is going to get some beautiful movement in. Reaching for the target and then drawing back like a bow and arrow. 2 more, please. Beautiful. Returning back to warrior 2 proper, bending that knee, good. Propelling your arms down, rolling back heel up, sweeping front leg back, holding that plank for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You guys are great. You feeling pretty good? I hope so. Left leg up in the air, please. And bring that foot in between your hands. Establish your runner's lunge. I really want you engaging those inner thighs. Good. From runner's lunge to airplane lunge, drawing the tips of the fingers back. Breathe. Launching into standing airplane, pushing off with that back leg. So coming from a lunge to a balance is very, very challenging. Find your focus. Good. And then returning back down carefully for your landing from airplane to your airplane lunge. Open it up, students, to warrior 2 position. Very tricky stuff. Warrior 2. Pull your shoulders up and down. Roll out those wrists. Make your little fists. And when palms are flat and open to the sky, we breathe in, reverse the warrior back. Feeling that gorgeous side stretch. Extended side angle lunge. Awesome sauce. Breathe here. Good. Warrior 2 proper. Use your body control. Push through your front leg. Please straighten it out. Reach, reach, reach. And then tilt into straight leg triangle here. Good. Reverse your straight leg triangle. And the hand that's up in the air, make that little L. And give the other arm a beautiful stretch through your shoulder. We pull back that arrow once. Apply your breath. And twice. And 3 times. Excellent. Returning back to warrior 2 proper. Good. Let's roll up the front heel, propel the back heel, propel your arms down, sweep your front leg back, holding that high plank. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Good. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Students, take your big breath in. Let it go with your ah. Big breath in. Let it go. I hope you're feeling awesome this morning. Look forward, bend your knees, prepare for flight. Hop, skip, jump, or walk. Your feet will meet your hands. Inhaling flat back with hands on shins. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, please. Circle sweeping and hands meet in prayer to the heart. Ground here, breathing in and breathing out. Taking some leg strengtheners, hip flexor strengtheners, some balancing here. Might want to grab a drink of your water. Need to twist too, Phil says. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Twist, twist, twist. What do you think, Deba? What does that mean? Need to twist. Okay. We'll definitely twist you when we get you down on the ground. I can't think of any twisting stuff. But Phil, if you want to elaborate, I'd love for you to write in exactly what your body's asking for right now. I was going to take us into some pulses here. So let's give this a try. Putting the weight into your left leg. Keep it strong, and then bend your right knee and interlace your fingers over your right shin. So this is the ultimate runner's exercise, guys. If you do nothing else before and after a run, do this. This is a great strengthener. Just standing there, belly is drawn in. You know, we can actually take this into a twist, maybe, right, Deba? Yeah. So let's see. If you want to keep your left hand on your shin and bring your right knee over to your left and open up your right arm, you've got a nice little twist going on right there. It's difficult because we're balancing, but give that a whirl. Breathe. And please bring your right hand back on your shin. And we'll do the easier version, I think, which is opening the right leg out to the right, and the left arm extends. This is dancing Shiva position. And if rotate hips, etc. Sorry, no need to apologize at all. I love the feedback. Okay, all right, Phil, we're going to take care of that. I'd like us to be relaxed on the floor when we do that, though. But yeah, I'm with you on that for sure. You know, one thing about the folks who are doing the demonstrations, they make it look so easy. And you just be patient with your own body here. Okay. And bringing that leg back for me, let us engage those fingers again and just give that thigh a squeeze. And a couple of hip flexor strengtheners. We'll put our hands on our hips then. Keep the knee elevated. As you breathe in, you raise your thigh up as high as you can. And as you breathe out, you toe tap. I think we'll toe tap first, Debbie, yeah. Inhale, thigh up as high as we can. And exhale, toe tap. Inhale, thigh up. And toe tap. We got 7 more, so take your 7, your honest 7. And if you're thinking, man, this is not hard enough, then try raising that thigh just a little bit higher. And then you're really going to feel it. And this is kind of a one-legged march. Now, you know, if you came to my power classes at 10 a.m., we did a lot of marching with both legs. Okay, this is more of a one-legged march. All right, let's release that leg down. Good job. We'll try the other side. So the weight's going to go into the right leg and the left thigh comes up. And you'll interlace your fingers and give that a good squeeze. And a small twist here, okay? So bringing the right hand on that left shin or thigh and bringing the left thigh over to the right as you open up your left arm. So this is sort of a reverse Shiva. Good, and we'll go the easier version, which is then to take your Shiva position, dancing Shiva, Nataraja. Excellent. And then bringing that leg in front of us and interlacing our fingers. We'll give it a second squeeze up. Deba's all ready to do those toe taps. Here we go. And when you are ready, hands on hips, inhaling thigh up and exhaling toe tap. Okay. You got 9 more to go, so all of you doing this, you take your honest 9 reps. And if it doesn't feel like you're getting anything out of it, how about focusing on that upper body and making sure it is strong and upright and not convoluted and hunching to accommodate, okay? So belly is in and drawn up. As you did you do 10, Deba? You did? Oh, I wasn't watching. Okay, then drop that leg down and just shake out whatever you need to shake. Awesome sauce. Take it into dancer. A lot of people have been requesting dancer pose. So circle sweep the arms up high, inhaling. Bring your right palm out to the right. Reach back for your right foot or ankle from behind. Guys, it's an inside grip, which means you rotate that right arm outward, make a little hook with your hand, and place your ankle inside that hook. Thighs start out together. Inhale, stretch up out of the waist, and exhale, dancer's position. Breathe. I'd like to add an interesting dismount to this. So from your dancer, you release that back leg and take a standing knee. So if you can, guide your thigh forward, taking standing knee. Good. Take your right leg up and over the left, finding those eagle legs. Sweep your right arm under your left. Eagle arms. Be that beautiful proud eagle. There's so much beautiful nature and wildlife going on out there this time of year. I've seen an eagle in Framingham. 3 more seconds. Good. And eagle release. Inhale, circle, sweep up nice and high. Prayer hands to your heart center. Ground here. Inhaling and exhaling. Please bring your left palm out to the left. Dancer position on the other side. Thank you for that heart. Reach back for your left foot or ankle. Good, Deba. And find your dancer. Take your time. Fingertips are lined up with your eyebrows. So if that's possible, you're facing the monitor. Maybe you have a mirror behind your computer or behind your TV. Thank you, Susie. I'm glad you're joining us. That's good. Breathe. We're going to hold this for 2 more breaths. Very, very good. The dismount was that gentle standing knee position, raising the leg up in front of you. Yes, good job. Eagle. Left leg wraps high up and over. Thank you. Your positive comments mean the world to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, students, for being so positive. Positivity is contagious. It's the best contagion out there. Eagle. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And eagle. Release. Circle, sweep up nice and high. Is that hard on the ankles today, Deba? Is it too much balancing, do you think? Aw. Bring your prayer hands to your heart center, breathing in and out. We'll take one tree pose, just kind of in honor of how nature is flourishing right now. I think it's because us humans aren't out there manipulating it with our gas from our cars and all of our lights on at nighttime and our big arena activities. So nature's really, really prospering right now. Tree pose. Let's be trees. Let's be one with nature. So the weight goes in the left leg and the right leg comes up, and you can place it on the inside of your thigh or on your calf, or maybe today balance isn't that steady and you need to have both feet on the floor. That's perfectly okay. You never want to place pressure on your knee though, so please avoid that tree leg being placed on the standing knee. Feel free to stretch your arms, to open up, to reach, to rise, or to recoil. Breathe. 1 more breath. Do you feel each other's trees? Good. And tree release. I'm imagining all of you in this room. Somebody just made a Venmo donation. Jill, thank you. We'll get those masks to you right away, too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tree pose on the other side. Okay. So the right heel comes up now? Or the other, yeah, I got a little sidetracked. I'm sorry. Tree pose on the other side. So you're going to bring one foot up the leg, whichever leg you didn't do the first time. And your hands are in prayer to start, but then you grow your tree any which way you wish. Stretching up, out, or maybe just recoiling today. I put out my citrus trees last night. I thought, okay, this is time for these little guys to go out, and I get fresh limes and lemons all year round. I put out my citrus trees, and then this morning my lime tree was on the floor, on the ground, and a huge branch of it had really, really broken. I guess the rain was super heavy. So I did try to graft the branch back on. I tied it in a certain way and propped it and taped it. So we'll see how that sweet little tree does. Two more breaths here. Okay. And tree release. Shaking out those limbs, and I hope that wasn't too hard on our ankles and our balance. When you're practicing at home, if balance is a challenge, you are welcome to do it with your supportive sneakers on. That's a great, for years, I was trying to learn how to do dancer, and I couldn't barefoot, so I trained myself in shoes, and then I translated that muscle memory finally one day into bare feet, and the rest is yoga history, right? Here we go. We're going to take it down. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up high, reach, and exhale, forward fold. We're going to take it down. Yeah, good. Inhaling to flat back and hop, skip, jump or walk back to your high plank. We're going to hold that plank, holding it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a slow chaturanga, as slowly as you can, bending those elbows, and then just surrendering. Thank you, Larry. Let your one ear be on the ground, and your other, and your gaze is to the monitor, hopefully. And windshield wiper your legs. Good. Okay. I want to put you in a whole bunch of abs and then those twists that Phil asked for. Alrighty. So let's spend this doing some cool ab work, which reminds me, Deba's going to be producing a broadcast that we're filming after this. It won't be live. We will add it to our videos. And that's going to be a 6-minute ab set, and she is brilliant at abs. So look for that later on today. It will be on YouTube. It will be on our Facebook, and it will be on Instagram. So if you just need an ab set 6 minutes a day when you're sitting around the house or something, please play that video. We're going to be making that after this one. All right, but it won't be ready until later today. So in the meantime, I'm going to take care of your abs now. So let's just start with a back strengthener. Okay, we're going to bend our knees and bring the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. Spread the knees apart. Bring your arms into goal pose. So this is called the skydiver pose. A lot of you guys know this pose. You just kind of release, exhaling, soften. And then inhale, pick up your thighs and pick up your chest and pick up your arms as you skydive. Good. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And take some of these beautiful skydivers. Two more. Good. Before we roll over onto our backs, I do want to take a quad stretch. So relax your left leg down. Reach back with both hands for your right foot or ankle. No need to raise your chest on this one. So there's so many different versions. I like the version where my chest and face are flat on the floor. I don't want to strain my lower back here. I just want to give that thigh a good stretch. Knees are side by side. Bring your heel close to your butt. If possible, use leg strength to try to raise your thigh off the floor. Good. And then lower. Raise it one more time. And lower. Release your right leg. Try the same thing on the left side, bending your left knee. Reaching back for your foot. Holding it with both hands if possible. Thighs are side by side. Stretch your left thigh to the back of your room. Bring your left heel to your hiney. Empty out your body, exhaling, and then inhale, pick up that left thigh. Raise it and lower. Raise and lower. Raise and lower. One more time. Raise and lower. Good. And release that leg. And you can bend your knees and you can sweep those legs one side and the other. And I love the way when I do this, my thigh muscles get a nice cross fiber massage. Terrific, guys. I think we're ready to roll over, go on our backs, get in a nice ab set that you've grown accustomed to in my 10 a.m. classes in person at Mystic for the past 14 years, right? So let's get some of that in now. We'll just start by giving ourselves a hug. So bend your knees and squeeze. Beautiful. Okay, now options here, you can keep your arms at your sides or even tuck your hands underneath your tailbone. For some reason, I find that like so comforting to sit on my hands and make sure my tailbone is protected there. But that's just a personal thing, you know. You might want to keep your arms out to the sides, whatever works for you. We're going to raise both heels up in the air. Try to keep legs straight. Good. Keeping the legs straight and the feet flexed, we lower our heels to the ground. So you can go a good pace, not too fast, not too slow. Excellent. When heels are 1 inch off the floor, bring your knees to your chest. Push your heels to the ceiling. Lower your straight legs down. When the heels are 1 inch from the floor, knees to chest, heels to the ceiling. Take 8 more, please. 1, 2, applying your breathing pattern. 3. You might like the inhale when you pull knees to the chest and push heels up, and you might like exhale when you lower the legs, or vice versa. You might like the exhale to be knees to chest and heels to the ceiling. Thank you, Susie. So the Venmos are coming in during class. That's pretty cool of you guys. Thank you, Susie. We so appreciate it. And what we're trying to do is collect the donations and just position the business for future for our future survival. Because I think the reopening is going to be the tough time, guys. The live streaming has gone well. And you all are so great in supporting us. But the reopening is going to be tricky for everybody, for all businesses. And that's what we're trying to position ourselves to be ready for. So that was 10. All right, I believe you. You're so great. Here we go. Bring your thighs to your belly. And wrap your arms around your legs. Luckily, I only dictate once a week, right? Because I get so distracted here. We can try another ab exercise. I hope you like this one. This is for Jack LaLanne, right? Or from Jack LaLanne. Hands behind your head. Splay out your elbows. We'll stretch the left leg straight. on the ground or near the ground. So ideally there's a little elevation. But if you can't do that, that's okay also. And the right knee comes up. Now here's a trick, guys. It is super challenging is to make sure, bend the leg for me, yep. But you want that knee just above your hip. So bring that knee a little further away from you, Deba. Yes, and that's where you want that knee. That makes it so much harder. Yes, that's the right knee is elevated. Left elbow is going to come up toward that knee. But you see you're not pulling that knee deeply in. The knee stops at hip and change. Yes, but remember, we stop that knee when it's above the hip. Okay, guys, here we go. These are your bicycles. Taking them. 20, 19, 18. Oh, that form is gorgeous. That's exactly the form that you want. So feeling that in the obliques, feeling that throughout your abdominal region. Work it, students. Work it. 10, 9, and I hope you have your favorite music blasting, because I would be blasting my favorite music if it weren't for copyright laws. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, stretch out nice and long, arms and legs. Stretch it out, stretch it out. I have about 4 more minutes, and I am going to fill those chock full of more ab exercises. Are you ready? Bring your... Deba's thinking, man, why isn't Kelly here? Why did I have to volunteer for this? Bend your knees and give yourself a hug. So wrap your arms around your legs. Good. We're going to place the heels up in the air again. So straighten those legs, heels above hips. Bring your hands behind your lower skull, so behind your head. Yeah, splay out those elbows. Raise your upper back 2 inches off the floor. And now, my friends, we're going to scissor the straight legs. So keeping that upper back 2 inches off the ground, we drop left leg, we drop right leg, and you scissor and you take it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Kelly's climbing Mount Monadnock today. So we wish her all the luck on that beautiful hike. Tomorrow she will be running her usual Sunday morning class with us at 9 a.m. So we live stream every single morning, guys, at 9 a.m. Please, please, please join us every day. Good. 3, 2, 1, and release. And then come back later to see Debamitra's awesome ab set that we'll be giving you on our platforms. It's going to be great. So she's filming that ab set after this, right? Are you thinking like, oh no, Amy's got me spent. I'll never be able to film that. We have one more ab set, and I can describe it if you'd rather not do it, or you can just kind of go through the motions here and show them the setup. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Thighs on the belly and bend your knees. Give yourself a squeeze. And here's our final ab set. We're going to push our heels up in the air. Keep those legs straight. Set up your hands behind your head. Splay out your elbows. Shoulders, upper back is 2 inches off of the floor. Good. And then you're just going to pulse. You're going to bring your chest to your thighs. Keep those legs stable. Here we go. We just got a new subscriber on YouTube, Lance. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. When we get 1,000 subscribers, we can start monetizing our YouTube channel, which would be wonderful. That would provide a nice stream of income for Mystic. So tell your friends, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done! Stretch out long. Give yourself a hug. Stretch out long. And for my friend Phil, who requested some twists, eagle legs. Wrap your right leg up and over the left. Yeah. And then you can kind of twist those hips. So drop your legs to one side, either right or left. You play with that, see what feels a little better. You never need to go deeply into any of these stretches, students. A little goes a long way for the muscles in the body. So I really advise do not overstrain. Little movement is fine, but please feed all movement your oxygen and your breath. For all of us doing these live streams, we must tell you this is like sometimes the best part of our day. It's just being on social media and connecting with you. It was the best part of our day when we had the actual studio and got to see you every day. We don't get to see you now, but we feel you. And we're deeply appreciative of your attendance, whether you watch us live or later on. Okay, let's switch this out. So you're going to untangle your legs. You're going to make eagle legs with the left leg dominating the right. And then you'll drop your hips to one side. Thanks, guys. You guys make my day. The comments coming in are just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this, I think, the past 2 months have brought out the best in all of us. I'm seeing just uncanny acts of kindness everywhere I go, and certainly every single live stream. Feed your body breath. Be patient with your body and be patient with yourself. Okay, we'll untangle our legs, finding your posture for final Shavasana. Perhaps a bound angle position, reclining bound angle with soles of feet together and thighs dropping out to the sides might feel good. Maybe you feel more like a waterfall now. We did so much balancing. And maybe having your feet up in the air would be nice for you now, with a block underneath your lower back. Find your breath. Stay with it. Some of the guidelines for running these live streams recommend that you never stop talking because you're going to lose your viewers. But this is a yoga class and this is your Shavasana. So silence speaks volumes here. I do just want to say we have a beautiful day today. Beautiful. Enjoy every single minute of it. Personally, I am so, so, so grateful that you attended our class this morning. Many, many thanks to Deba for demonstrating. You can stay where you are, or come on up to seated position. We'll close up our class by chanting Om together. There's Deba. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Students, I celebrate the love in you that is one with the love in me. Have a beautiful day. Take good care. I am so excited about seeing everyone again soon. Namaste.